Hello Internet, Jesus loves you. My name's Cody and this is the Christian News Show we do on Tuesdays and Thursdays with geeksundergrace.com. And today is kind of a weird show. Like usually I have somewhat of a rhythm. Little secret here. First story of the day, usually something fun unless it's so important that it has to be the first thing that we talk about. The middle story is usually just something important that you should probably know about. And the final story of the day is one where I have some kind of point. So I make the point using the news story to drive that point home. And today is nothing like that. I always hate saying that it's a slow news day because usually when I say that, it turns out that I just completely missed something that I should have been talking about. But I don't know, today is just one of those days. So bear with me. Comment in the comments to make it fun. Let's do this. First story of the day, which is about the tomb of Jesus, or at least what most people believe is the tomb of Jesus, most likely. Like, there's no concrete evidence, but it is so widely believed they actually built a church over it. But like, people don't believe that it's the tomb of Jesus for no reason. There is some education behind it. Time being an obvious factor, which makes the tomb really, really old. Old enough that this tomb is, decaying just a little bit, and therefore $3.4 million worth of restoration has begun on this thing. Some of its structure being completely removed and replaced with marble because you can actually take care of marble. Plus they're doing all sorts of other stuff like removing layers from the outer parts of the tomb. Basically, they're trying to do everything they can to not let this thing just implode. So if you like history, like me, I think it's cool. I hate when we have to restore anything because I would love for it to be its original piece. But I definitely prefer this over it just crumbling. And then we have some sad news coming out of Philadelphia about two church members. So what happens is 27-year-old Robert Braxton walks into a church in an irritated mood. He's cursing at church members. And then 46-year-old Mark Storm starts trying to talk this guy down. Things escalate, and he warns him that he does have a concealed weapon. Braxton then punches him, in which Storm responded by shooting him twice. This has obviously left Braxton dead, and I'm left to think this is two church members. And I wasn't there. I don't know the situation. I do know that Storms has been arrested. And so the question that has to arise is, was it necessary to kill this man? When you have an obviously troubled man walking into a church and then you shoot him, just doesn't seem like the most inviting thing in the world. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't feel like it was the best decision they could have made. And then our final story of the day is about the separation of church and state. Talking about East Liverpool High School, specifically their graduation day. Apparently for the last 70 years, the choir has sang the Lord's Prayer during the graduation ceremony. And the Freedom from Religion Foundation caught on and they did what they do. And so the school decided they were not going to do it this year, which on one side I get, but on the other, it was a 70-year tradition. That tradition precedes political correctness. But the story ends kind of cool because the valedictorian ended his speech and the entire class recited the Lord's Prayer. And so I totally understand the school not leading it, but this is all students, it's student-led, and therefore is okay. I don't know, I just think that's pretty cool. I think it's fun. Question of the day, I think, is going to be about that. What are your thoughts on separation of church and state? We haven't talked about that in a while. Just in general, with this story specifically, whatever your thoughts are, leave them in the comment section down below. Make sure you check out geeksundergrace.com for more geeky content. My name's Cody Armour, bringing Christian news in a not-so-boring kind of way every Tuesday and Thursday. In closing, let the haters hate, let the Christians pray, and to everybody like, subscribe. I will see you later, and God bless.